Here we are again for another Motor Talk special, and this time we're in the romantic city of Paris to test drive the all-new Renault Clio Sport. Although the initial plan was just to test drive the Clio Renault Sport, the Motor Talk team and I were lucky enough to sit in a bit of a Renault history lesson, looking back at some of the French manufacturer's most significant sports models, as well as looking ahead to some Renault Sport models of the future. So to introduce us to an array of impressive Renault Sport models, we spoke to a very French representative called Jean.
From the very beginning you've got the R5 rally cars from the 70s, which has a great success with Jean Ragnotti.
The Renault 5 Alpine is a great insight into how Renault can take a standard model and completely reinvent it with sporty credentials.
Specific cars with a specific bodywork such as the Clio V6 engine, which is something special regarding purists. You got as well the very first car that was branded Renault Sport, the Spider.
As the Spider offers a rather skeletal exterior design with minimal protection, which requires the driver to actually wear a helmet, it cannot really be regarded as a road-going vehicle, which meant the Spider was targeted at a specific type of sports car enthusiast. Nevertheless, the fluid design of the Spider is a clear example of how Renault introduced a new and modern-looking sports car into the market. Moving on from the blasts from the past, we took a look at some of Renault's newly designed sports cars.
You've got the Clio RS, that is the latest car with the 2-liter engine, around 200 brake horsepower, and of course the Clio Cup is that the very success of Renault Sport on track, because this is the only car that is more produced than the 911 of Porsche.
Speaking of new 21st century design, we also got a look at the brand new Renault Sport Alpine concept. As I mentioned earlier, the Renault Sport Spider introduced a whole new design for Renault sports cars, and elements of this design philosophy are clearly visible in the new Alpine concept. The rear-wheel drive Alpine concept boasts a 6-cylinder engine that produces 400 brake horsepower at 7,200 RPM. Coupled with a double wishbone suspension, the new Alpine promises to be one of the most exciting releases when it goes into production. After an intriguing look at Renault's historic models, we finally got round to test driving the new Clio RS. Style-wise, the new Renault Sport Clio incorporates Renault's new popular design language, which includes the likes of large wraparound headlights, a large Renault diamond badge on its nose, and an almost sucked-in looking flanks, ultimately giving the vehicle a much sporty look. So it's clear that the changes with the engine are for the better, and the interior of the RS Clio is also quite impressive. It all feels very premium. The new Clio RS offers a touchscreen sat-nav, sporty bucket seats, USB connectivity, Bluetooth hands-free, plenty of optional extras such as climate control, rear parking sensors, and a little handy reverse parking camera. And there's this button down here, which is the RS Drive button, which basically allows you to slip the car into RS mode, and there's even a track mode as well, which is a little bit dangerous if you ask me, but still nevertheless very much fun. Now of course we've got the flappy paddle shifters that, when we were on the track earlier on, are very responsive, and it is a very impressive car out on the track. Now, the launch control feature in the Clio RS is just so entertaining. You could probably sit there all day just doing launches. You basically pop your foot on the brake, pull these two flappy paddles towards you, the car slips into launch control, foot flat down on the accelerator, and then just let go of the brake and off you go. The Clio RS ditches its 2-litre unit and replaces it with a much smaller turbocharged 1.6-litre engine, which produces 200 brake horsepower and 240 Nm of torque, which is 25 Nm more than the previous model. The 1.6-litre unit can achieve 0 to 62 miles an hour in just 6.7 seconds, and it boasts a top speed of 143 miles per hour.
Technology, ARS drive, the new shock absorber with hydraulic bomb stopper. I think it's very good to perform the car on open road and on the track.
Economy isn't usually something we would look at with a model like the Clio RS, but it is worth noting that the Clio, according to Renault, has reduced its emissions by 25% compared to the previous outgoing model. The emissions now stand at 44.8 miles per gallon and 144 grams per kilometre of CO2. So there we have it, the new Clio Renault Sport, and a little bit of a history lesson into the Renault Sport brand. We've enjoyed ourselves here at Paris, and we look forward to seeing the new Clio RS on our British roads.